Well, we've looked at some of the very basic foundations, starting with how Jesus sees people and his compassion for them, moving to how he sees the church as being on offense, not defense, taking the kingdom of God to the lost. We've looked at how he preached about missions, bringing the kingdom to the lost, grassroots, lay-led, spontaneous, household to household. And we looked at leadership, that leadership is non-hierarchical. We are to be among one another, and that leadership is influence that comes from a godliness that you pursue Christ and people will want to follow with you. And we looked at how leadership must be empowering and giving away, distributing the authority to others, not holding to it. With all of that, and we looked at the roles, the functions of leadership, the expression of Christ as apostolic, prophetic, evangelist, shepherd, teacher, all that. I'm done. I have nothing else I can add. Well, maybe one more book. We'll look at Church 3.0 now. It's the newest release. The material in it is new, but it's stuff I've been living and breathing and tripping over for a few years, so it reflects years of learning. Church 3.0, we call it that because it's... I think that the church needs an upgrade to its operating system as a whole. I think the early church represents what I call Church 1.0. It was grassroots, it was organic, it was under persecution, so it was underground and relationally connected. And it basically, you think about it, a band of 12 people given, add water and fertilizer, and a few centuries later, the Roman Empire itself could not withstand the movement. And the Roman Empire ruled for what, like 1,000 years? And no country could defeat them, and Christianity in just a few hundred years overtook the Roman Empire. That's pretty impressive. And with that, Constantine came into power in 313 AD. He changed the operating system of the church from Church 1.0 to Church 2.0. And church became an institution. It became buildings with professionals and finances, and it became more, you come to us and we will give you the service and you will pay for that. And you know what? Basically, for all this time, we've been operating under the 2.0 system. We've changed the window dressings. You have the Catholic Church splitting into the Eastern Orthodox and the Roman side of things. So you have a Church 2.1, Church 2.2. Then a few hundred years, Reformation comes. You have Church 2.3. Maybe we changed some of the doctrine, but you've got to understand the operating system remained the same. After the Reformation, we still have a building with pews and a pulpit. We still have priests. We still have collections. We still have sermons. We still have it meets once a week on a Sunday, unless you're Adventist. It's a Saturday, but it's the same operating system. We've changed the window dressing, basically. We've gotten postmodern. How do we do that? We turned down the lights and turned on the music. That's all we did. We didn't change the operating system. We just changed instead of using an organ, we use drums. Instead of using a Sunday school, we have small groups. But basically, the operating system's continued. I think it's time for an upgrade. And a lot of my contemporaries think we need to go back to Church 1.0. I don't think we need to go back. I think we need to move forward to Church 3.0, because I don't want to lose and waste 2,000 good years of learning experiences. We should be moving forward, not backward. We should learn from what happened in the past so that we don't get derailed again by another Constantine in the future.